Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, and this is my review for Bad Cheese. So dear viewers, this particular video game released today. And just like that beautiful bearded bastard Barry Bertrum, you're probably wondering,
what is this? What is it? What is this?
Bad Cheese is a psychological horror game inspired by the eerie charm of 1920s cartoons. The story sees us stepping into the tiny paws of a mouse, spending the weekend at home with a dysfunctional father while his mother is away. We must do our best to behave and keep Daddy happy. Let me just say from the off that I personally think this is an absolutely fantastic horror video game, and I can't wait to review it. So let's do just that, the only way I know how, badly. And let's start with what I love about Bad Cheese. Now, don't let the 1920s cartoon aesthetic fool you, dear viewers. This is very much a horror video game, with demented Mickey Mouse looking creatures trying to murder us, with the usual brand of puzzle solving, kind of, sort of. To call them puzzles is to probably do them an injustice. There's just several sequences in the game where you have to figure out how to progress, so you may have to go and, I don't know, pick up dirty dishes or hoover up dead spiders. Like I said, very much a horror game. Jump scares et al. And there's just something about combining that old-fashioned Disney aesthetic with pants-shitting horror that I just find irresistible. Games like Bendy and the Ink Machine, Bendy and the Dark Revival, and to a much lesser extent, something like Cuphead come to mind, taking that old cartoon charm and turning it into a video game. Absolutely delightful. Speaking of Mickey Mouse creatures, I also very much enjoyed all the winks and nods to 1920s Mickey Mouse. Cartoons like Steamboat Willie are used here to a magnificent effect. And like I said, some of the mutant creatures that you'll be taking on in this game even kind of, sort of look like Mickey Mouse a little bit, particularly a late game boss fight. And yes, this game does indeed have combat. You're not just going to be going round the house, picking up dirty plates and washing your father's socks. Oh no. At points you'll have to take on enemies, and even bosses. And you'll use things like a potato gun, a fly swatter, even your own bloody tears. No, I'm not joking. You literally use your own tears to take down enemies towards the end of the game. Ha ha! How sick! I also very much appreciated this game's underlying themes and story. Now, I hesitate to call myself an expert in these matters, but I did pick up on certain nuances in the storytelling. Things like how the father is clearly an alcoholic, clearly abusive, how our main child is living in constant fear, not only of his father, but of things that go bump in the night. And I very much appreciated seeing how our character would overcome these particular fears and come out the other side at the end. Or does he? I guess you'll just have to play the game and find out. Like I've said, there's something so delightful about taking something as innocent as a Disney cartoon and completely turning the bloody thing on its head. There were times I was tense, There were times when I was freaked out. There were times when I literally needed a change of underpants. Several pairs of underpants, in fact. If you enjoy horror games, and even better yet, if you enjoy old cartoons, then this game is going to be very much up your alley, as it is mine. It's not there right now. I removed it before doing this review, but therefore I declare that Bad Cheese is splendid. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my review for Bad Cheese. Ooh, smelly cheese. If you enjoyed this little review of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then feel free to give me a thumbs down. But please remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Are you still here? Oh, you must have really enjoyed this video then. In that case, you had better subscribe to the channel and check out our other content. Otherwise, you're a booby pants, and no one wants to be a booby pants.